Hey guys, welcome back to Mad King.
Hello.
We got a couple quick announcements going through. Tafa's new campaign is going to be starting Friday nights here in a month or two, 2 or 3 months. Beginning of March, end of April kind of deal. Sci-fi, horror, survival. At some point after that, probably at least a good couple of months, the Avatar campaign, the Avatar The Last Airbender campaign will be starting using their new system, Avatar Legends. You two going to be playing in that. White and Adriana from My Hero going to be playing in that. Kim might still be playing in that. We're seeing if she can realistically do that off of work. We got nothing else to really talk about, I guess. No other business things. Meeting adjourned.
I mean, if you guys haven't seen it, go out and look at the green comet that may never be seen by human eyes again.
Huh?
True. That is. But YouTube, you're too late.
Tonight's the perigee. You have at least a few more days.
YouTube, you're too late. These are always at least a week behind. Right now, it will be Wednesday. Next Wednesday for YouTube. And then the following Friday, I think, is the other upload day. Friday or Saturday for Mad King. Just keep them spaced, that exact amount. Anyway. We left off last time. You guys have exited the Painted Dungeon. You went and completed your task with Illuma, and you helped out Garrett. Grant. Yeah. That's right, not Garrett.
Who's Garrett?
Yeah, there's no Garrett.
Garrett
That
is
we know
Dawn?
of.
We don't
Not
need
yet.
more children.
I mean, we do.
No.
I'm sure there's a Garrett out there, you know.
Well, see, yeah, because the kids here in a couple of months are planning on doing their big hit on the caravan with the kids that don't have homes to go home to and stuff. So I've actually got another huge list of names.
He said, oh
There
man,
is-
I got to do that.
There is, however, right? Look at me, everybody, East. There is a world where you guys liberate this camp, free the kids, integrate them into society, and don't learn their names. And don't spend personal time with each and every one of them.
Funny, Ian.
And don't force me to create
But what
another,
about their favorite color?
more than 20 NPCs with actual fleshed out backstories and stuff.
Yeah, maybe.
Or
Or
punishment for all the times you almost killed me.
I have never almost killed you.
You've taken limbs, fingers, health,
You
You
threw my
got
mom
those
off a
fights?
balcony,
sanity.
No,
What?
she did that to herself.
Yeah.
But did she die though?
but you are
Oh,
omnipotent.
yeah.
No,
Yeah,
not
she's-
no. I'm talking about Itzeli.
Oh, yeah.
Not
But
quite.
did you die though?
I'm not in control of the world. I simply tell you what happens.
Right.
You could have saved her.
Ah!
Nah.
All roads are open. If you guys want to accomplish something, realistically, you can do it in this world. It is up to you to make your decisions.
Very so let's just stop. Let's just stop with this whole Mad King thing, and then just become like really dope traders and just
I'm down.
get stupid rich.
You
Just get really
could
good at
economy
liar's
sim this.
dice.
I've had a couple campaigns where they've been like, okay, we're in a pretty decent spot. We're still kind of under the radar. We're just going to underground economy boom and just like black market run all these things and go to the pirate isles and stuff. And they made bank. They got bored. But it's happened before.
Money can buy
But
Yeah.
speaking of
In the
things that
stint of the
you
Underdark is-
didn't do to me, I would like to take a couple months to train up some HP back, if that's on the table.
Yeah, you guys are more than welcome to spend a couple of months in town. Do you guys have things to be doing?
I do.
What do you have to be doing?
I want to create a little ranger task force and set up things so that people aren't poaching in the forests. Get Bartholomew to help me get the people from Hunter's Haven. I
Yeah.
want to see if like Rugnug or someone else could maybe help me.
Realistically, Arbor as the town's master of the woods, right? He is the yeoman of Hunter's Haven, and as the yeoman, it is his responsibility to make sure that logging is done responsibly, to make sure that resources are gathered in an efficient way, to make sure that people aren't setting up tent cities in the forest and absolutely destroying natural resources, and to make sure that taxes are paid for hunting and stuff like that. you could bolster his operation, and he's probably going to need some bolstering as your guys' population has been booming. He's realistically got it.
Yeah, but what I'm thinking is, especially now that we have the temple being built to Sylvanas,
Yes.
making it more official, giving it, a little more.
She
A
wants
little more
or
space.
whatever,
She
yeah.
wants to make sure that the peasants can't hunt the king's deer. That's what she's looking. That's what she's looking at
Yes.
right now.
Yeah, and that is what Arbor's job was. Now with your bigger economy going on and your much greater population, yes, officializing it through the temple, perhaps knighting Arbor or something like that, promoting him from
Why haven't we
yeoman.
been knighting people? We own these cities.
Yeah.
Why
City.
do I
no,
feel?
we have not quite. too.
I'm
That's more like a
I'm sorry.
Hamlet.
If I may interject, why do I feel like you're just gonna stop everybody from doing anything in the forest?
I don't know what you're talking about. People need to have an appreciation for the forest.
People
They
need to
also
have
need to-
access to the forest.
Yeah,
People
I'm not
do
gonna take
need
away
to
access.
hunt to some extent. People
They
do
do.
need
So there's
to
no poaching. They
need
log
to
to some
eat.
extent.
I have very limited access.
No, pretty extensive access considering that we're growing our town right now.
Yeah. There is also the question right now, some of the forest area towards the east, towards Bartholomew, since that is where the most fertile land is, just on the east side of that river, some of that's been selected for new farmland, as you guys need new farmland to grow these crops as spring comes in for
Yeah.
this population increase.
Yeah.
So some of your forest is going to get completely cleared, but putting Bartholomew section of wood as your first national forest, maybe selecting a large section between bronze and not quite bronze, and selecting, maybe along the coastline or something as national forest as well, where hunting is completely banned. Put up your signs, stuff like that would be a good idea.
I'm down for that.
All right.
Yeah, you got to keep your boy Bartholomew in check before he starts messing with our boys, and then we have to put him in check.
He can, no, I'm okay with him messing with whoever is messing with.
I think
Realistically,
he's a little
Bartholomew is a humongous asset to you guys sitting as you're eastbound right now, because casual Mad King forces coming from the Legion Wall are not going to cross his woods. They always go north or south of that. Usually, of course, north, because they don't control to the south anymore.
Ha, losers.
But on that note as well, Bartholomew also, now that you guys are rather high profile, may not be enough to keep the Mad King's military from moving through his woods.
And that was one of the other
Landmines.
things that I wanted to do, other than landmines, was building more outposts, like within the forest.
Yeah.
Because there's a druid spell that's like the tree fort,
Okay.
and then so like if someone like Grug,
Uh-huh.
Grug can make him permanent, then we can just start building more of those within the forest.
The permanency spells are expensive, and you
But that's
guys
why
do
I
not
wondered
have.
If he has.
You guys don't have the gold to front
Okay.
to do it that way.
Okay, so he has the power. To
However,
just not the material
right,
cost.
you guys have Grugnug, who's a magical construction specialist. You have Amelia, who is an enchantress and magical construction specialist. You have Ben, who is a magical construction specialist. And you do have a rather large population looking for work. So giving Arbor a night ship, having Raymond give him a stipend from the taxes, maybe even increasing taxes on hunting rights or something
Okay,
like
okay.
that, would then immediately allot for construction to be made cheaply and easily. And it wouldn't be as fast as you cast a spell, Grugnug casts a spell, but it'd be pretty fast.
Okay, so that's what I wanted to do in these 2 months, is starting some of
Perfect.
this, like the national park stuff,
Absolutely.
conservation, whatever,
Yeah.
getting stuff set up in the temple, and then, that's pretty much that.
Absolutely. Get some good bounds set.
Me busy.
2 national forests.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So I really only got I want to do 10 days of just health training.
Okay.
Just that'll get me to max.
Must be nice to have more health available.
Yeah, I mean that's what we're doing. So
Yeah.
I mean, might as well get in on the train. But
Yeah.
any hoodles.
I'm already mad.
Oh, that must be nice.
So,
You're your theoretical max already? Nice.
I was only like 10
You
off.
weren't
when
very
you
far off. Yeah, that's true.
When you mentioned it and I did the math, I was like, oh.
Yeah, you just got to get them kills.
Even half of your max.
So besides that, just like little bit of training,
You gotta deal with the creepy one.
yeah, I guess it'll probably be.
Your sister realistically is your responsibility.
I know.
Yeah. Hell yes, she is.
So,
The nice thing is, I think it was like 3 weeks out until she has her next spell. Yeah. You're looking 3.5 weeks.
neat. Yeah, so like I'll just hang out with her and just take her around with me. I want to do just like some like casual look arounds, see just for lack of better words, like exactly how the town's doing, possibly like assign like more tasks as far as like fortifications go, but as far as I know, everything is already being taken care of, so that'll be quick. And then other than that, is there any way for me to expedite the building of the Ares temple?
For you to, not exactly. You could pull and task Grugnug, Amelia, or Bin to it, and their magical abilities will help, and their engineering know-how would help. Currently, at least one of them is going to be working with the Forest Service right now.
Could I mayhaps spend a god token to speed it up
That's
by either calling to...
not really, no.
This ain't like build civilizations, cities, man. Like this ain't Ages of War over here. You can't just like pay the 10 gold and like ban the construction.
I know, that's what I'm trying to see.
There is a little bit of that, right? You can't spend just like a god token and ask a god to build a temple for you. That's not
Well, no, I
how
mean,
the
just
system
like-
works here. You could front more gold, hire another construction company, preferably someone that's specializing in the stained glass of the church, someone who is an extra mason or something like that. It's a tier 3 temple, so it takes up a large ground. There's a large training ground that needs compacted and built with the list field and everything on that. So you could front more money, and there is plenty of room to hire more builders without them getting in each other's way, kind of thing.
Well, I think we're back to the whole just
But you're
grabbing...
not gonna. It's not gonna be like a huge difference in time.
Then, unless anybody has... So which one were you taking?
I mean, I only need one of them, so if you have a preference, that's fine.
Grugnug or Ben? Who would be...
Ben would be easiest.
Yeah. I'll task Ben with it.
You can't talk to Grugnug apparently.
What
and
time I'm learning
Ben doesn't really want to spend too much time in the forest because his wheelchair gets stuck in
Yeah,
mud.
it's harder for him.
Then yeah, I'll task Ben to help with the Ares temple. Unfortunately, considering the fact that I have 160 gold to my name, I can't particularly...
Front extra money.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You have gold?
absolutely.
I have 100.
It was a big spend last session.
It was.
I have
Lots of
3 silver and 3 copper.
Hey.
Big spender.
Don't worry about how much money I have.
Yeah, shut up.
That's enough to get you drunk, considering that you own a bar.
Someone's not building a temple.
I built my wife a very nice gazebo.
Thank you.
The little
Very
shrine.
nice, spicy
Jeez.
skins.
Oh.
Hopefully hers.
Hopefully hers.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah, and then other than that, I guess, because that's still not really me taking up any of the 2 months that we're going to be here.
If you're going to be talking a whole bunch, you should put your mic back on.
Yeah, sorry, I was in the process of taking off my jacket. But any hoodles. So we could, or rather, I think I'll just spend my time just helping with the, just more training of the troops, and if anything, I'm like the
loud enough.
resident Ares priest at this point. So like, I guess I can just start with some of the training while the temple is being built.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Subscribe.
Yeah, we suck tonight. Jeez.
I'm doing fine. I would like to find a new follower of the Lord Dragon. Someone to spread the teachings.
Someone to spread the teachings.
That's not me.
How do you do that?
Yeah,
So firstly, the shrine that you are building, right? You're building basically like a mini Stonehenge kind of structure. So you've got like a stone foundation built with a little raised pedestal. There's an altar, maybe a couple columns around. So this is all open air.
Right.
It's currently November. It's cold.
Well, that's not
It
going to
snows
be.
occasionally.
That's going to be like in the temple. I just kind of want to like get my feet wet. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? Like
Because what I was
maybe
getting at
like-
is like your temple cannot hire someone.
no,
It's
not like
big enough.
hire someone. Like
Okay.
maybe like talk to my wife, see if there's somebody that is willing, and or like somehow attached to my wife. Somebody that's not me.
Right. The thing about getting people to work like pro bono, you know, they usually gotta come to you. And if you build a shrine, people will use it.
Right.
People will have weddings there. People will go to do some little offerings here, there kind of thing. It is not questioned what god it is to, right? It is carved in the style, in their plaques and
Yes.
stuff. But finding someone who's going to take upon their life's mission to be a monk of the Lord Dragon,
Yes.
you don't really get to make that choice for other people.
150 gold
150 gold will do it.
right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Easy.
I'll do it.
Yeah. Is this an upfront or is this like a salaried position?
More of like a salaried position.
Yeah, where you're
Yeah,
doing.
I'm not just gonna, then they could just leave.
You've got something like 2 gold pieces a year going.
Yeah.
Yeah, easy. That's all it
Big
takes.
That's what I
spender for
wanted.
your wife's temple. Real big spender.
Thanks, man.
He asked you if you have the reading material available.
Oh no, you're gonna have to like.
Go seek this knowledge.
Yeah. I could hook him up with my wife. Not like that, obviously, but like, you want to talk to her.
It takes a lot of energy for your wife to manifest. She's probably not going to do that just because you want to hire some random monk to.
I mean, not all the time, Don't be with them 24/7. Maybe pop
Yeah,
in for like
right.
30 minutes, give them a little spark notes sort of thing. You know?
Or you could send him on a mission to Iron Shire to go
Pilgrimage
to
or whatever.
to a temple of Thoth to retrieve some texts. Give him an extra gold piece up front for the pilgrimage. That'll get him there and back.
Okay.
Iron Shire isn't that far
Okay.
away.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. You got it.
Your wife is a god, but she's not just going to do things for you. She's got her own problems. And she's still, since she did have a physical body and there was the rebirth, she can manifest back on the physical plane. But as many of the gods have told you before, for a lot of them, if not all of them, it's a just about impossible process.
Yeah.
And not something that they do on the regular. In fact, every time you guys spend the god tokens, it's easier for them to take your consciousness to them for that short period of time to talk to you there than the other way around.
Got it.
So you want to spend 2 months kind of getting this guy trained up on some basic stuff,
Yeah.
figuring out some things. There is an option that you have not completely considered,
Okay.
because you're just looking for some random guy. Jimmy was turned into a dragon for that little while because he was there at the rebirth process, and there's a whole bunch of people down in Bronshire with dragon scales and
Yeah.
claws running around.
Oh, I thought that was fixed, but their eyes stayed.
No.
Oh.
Jimmy went back to normal and his eyes changed, but
Everyone
you guys
else
haven't
stayed?
really checked up on it. If you call back down to Jimmy,
Can we check? Can I check up on?
it's
That
it
is your
is-
wife's thing, so I think that's your responsibility.
there
on
is
Mortal
there's
Plane.
more of a polymorph process to it.
Okay.
But yeah, people are turning into dragons.
Like Dragonborn or like dragons?
Like dragons. There is no dragonborn there.
Oh. How fast?
It's a very slow process, and most people, it's tons of energy to manifest. The very few that can fully transform can only do it for a very short while, kind of thing. But, yeah.
Right. We should probably get one of them to do it.
If you wish to specifically hire one of them, you most certainly can.
Yeah, that would probably be a good idea.
Yeah. It might make their pilgrimage a little interesting, but you could also just like send a courier to purchase the books.
Yeah, that's
Easy.
fine. Get some text, reading up, figuring out what to do, because I don't know what to do.
Couple of things to handle. You guys have a couple of birthdays within those 2 months. Panda, Finn, and Frida are all in November. And December 1st is Maria's birthday. And you guys will be taken just about a week after that with a 2-month skip. Anything special for any of those? Or do you just kind of let the kids do what the kids are going to do?
I have no money, so
Lester will change shape on each birthday.
All right, perfect. Easy.
how much do new paints cost?
A new paint set?
Yeah.
Kind of pricey, a couple gold pieces.
Okay. So she gets some of the stash from my chocolate.
Okay.
I'll buy her a new paint set. You hold my money anyway.
Yeah, I go and tell the rabbit and I spend some of the gold.
I only have 137, but that's enough for a new paint set. That's,
Well, now you got like 135.
Easy.
I want to get all the kids a little pin that is their name, but it's spelled wrong.
Thanks.
Yeah.
is it made out of peanut butter too?
No, that's way too hard to accomplish.
Peanut brittle, on the other hand.
Peanut brittle?
We can talk about that.
See, I was on the right track.
Anybody else for any of the kids' birthdays?
Not particularly.
No, but I have a question.
You know, give him the whole happy birthday. You're doing great, kid.
Yeah.
Free reign of the bar.
Easy.
Oh yeah, a little
Easy.
bit of money and beer. They're fine. I had 2 questions actually. Could I give what the heck is his name? The Eyes kid. Aslo. Could I give him replay tracks?
What does that
Because
do?
that's based on like what the tracks that you can see.
Mm-hmm.
So the spell allows you to reconstruct past events that occurred in your current location based on the tracks and other signs left behind.
Yeah, that would work.
Cool. So he can add that to his repertoire.
Very nice. He's got a good stack of abilities at this point.
And my other question is, can Kenosi Knight Arbor?
Can we make it like a
Do you guys
actual...
want to make that a silly
What are you
process?
If Kenosi is knighted, he must wear the armor.
No, he doesn't. He
If
wears his
Kenosi
little
is knighted, he
hat.
must wear the armor. This is our
No.
only chance.
So,
I don't
mean,
have to listen to you. He can do it from my temple that I'm paying good money to build.
we're actually going to have like somewhat of a ceremony for it at the Bailey.
There's no reason that we shouldn't start knighting people.
I agree with
Morale.
that, but
Yeah.
not by just the monkey.
Kenosi.
Let's make this like, you know, an actual thing.
Yeah.
Who does the knighting then?
Kenosi.
Either me or Raymond probably. As like the 2 resident knights.
Yeah.
Just knight Kenosi,
Raymond makes a lot
and
of
then
sense,
he
of
can
course, because
knight
you
other
have him
people.
running the town, and he is kind of the recognized face. But you guys collectively are the owners of everything.
We could do it where we each put a hand on this.
Kenosi and I will just weave him a little crown made out of like things from the forest.
Arbor's super down for that.
Yeah.
Arbor's a
That's
good
what
one to start
Kenosi
with
will
for
do. You
that
can
kind of
knight
silly
him.
stuff.
That's fine.
You can have a secondary ceremony at the temple grounds, too, and do whatever you want.
Cool.
Arbor works for you. He'll show up to whatever you tell him to. Yeah, you guys knight Arbor then. Right in the chill of winter. It's a good time for it. His job isn't super busy or anything. What else? Anything else for these 2 months?
Negative.
I do not believe so. Good man.
Fantastic.
Knight Raymond. Where's the other?
He's our,
He's already a knight. You guys haven't had like a ceremony.
What
for
about
it
Mark?
Or any of those guys? Mark's absolutely not a knight. No, he's just a guy.
We could night Mark.
Yeah.
Good night, Mark. He's a
Sir
chap.
Mark.
Mark gets knighted.
He's a Mark actually.
Sir Mark.
Sir Mark.
Sir Mark. I can't plant trees and things right now because it's winter time.
Sure you can. You're a druid, aren't you?
You're a druid. You can do whatever you want.
Yay!
In
Okay,
all
that's what else I'm
reality.
doing. It's all those things.
You can prepare plant growth and make anything happen in all reality.
If you're going to do trees and plants, I highly suggest trees and plants that bear fruit and
Yes.
foods.
I wanted to start building little community gardens.
Thinking
In
like a nice
places.
elm.
Just outside the wall kind of deal.
Yeah, wherever.
Unfortunately, especially with that population boom,
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
the inside of Shire is highly urbanized.
Why don't I start helping people
What about
build
that?
gardens on their rooftops? Can we do that?
You're not necessarily living in a time of like skyscrapers
I know.
and flat roofs that are structurally sound. You're really looking at
But what if
steep slatted
what if
roofs
I help
or
them?
thatched
You should
roofs.
make
I have.
You should make a community garden around that ugly ass statue that you built.
Lester, don't talk about him like that. He is a beautiful holiday tree. He brings joy to everyone that sees
Oh man.
him. Thank you.
Yeah,
Gross.
you can do some kind of sponsorship thing with that through the government that you run to inspire people to
People
build
can
more structurally
volunteer
sound roofs with
For
you know.
experimental
I
rooftop
will
gardens.
ask me if I can do this
Well, like
thing.
the
Yes,
technology.
we can do that.
The technology absolutely exists.
Yeah.
You're just it's
I
never
have
been a
to
very
convince
rich
people to
neighborhood
do
or
it.
anything.
Yeah.
And to tear your roof off
Yeah.
and to
Hey,
basically
man,
tear your entire building down
I'll
to rebuild.
subsidize rebuilding your entire house and changing your way of life.
Cool. That'll hurt tax revenue for the next year, but
Okay.
what do you care in all reality?
We're feeding the people.
Put the dirt on top of it instead of like changing everything.
Over the course of the 2 months, you do notice that Grant is improving significantly.
Yay.
As he can now, not necessarily just turn it off and on at will, he at least can take reprieves from it and kind of take some sanity breaks. And he has had the breakthrough of just being a little more in control. He doesn't seem nearly, he is still haunted by the dead, but he is not just plagued with, 30 ghosts berating him with information at all times. He can kind of cut and clear and choose a little bit more when he manifests. He is doing better. It's going to be a long mental health run before he is like a regular guy,
If he ever is.
if he ever is. But
He'll always be just a little spook.
he's going to be just off. He needs to find himself just a thick goth girl. So
Don't
that's
we
all
all?
he really needs.
Don't we all?
Speaking of thick goth girls, Donald, where's that drawing you created?
Yes, please, Donald.
He doesn't know.
Please,
about any of that.
Donald.
Okay, hold on.
The
hold
dragon
On, hold on. Everybody,
baboon thing.
Everybody relax. Everybody relax. So
Where
last,
is it?
so
We
last
need this.
session we got
Don't
through
tell
the.
him.
I will.
Don't-
I will
just
tell him.
Procure the drawing, please.
Well,
Drum roll.
I have this drawing you speak of.
So
It
we
is
went through the
betwixt mine
painting.
files.
We went through the painting dungeon and we got like a,
Went the wrong
for
way.
lack of better words, blank conjuration scroll where we could paint or otherwise apply a drawing created by the players, and that would be the thing
Fantastic.
that is.
That's the one.
And you said it wouldn't go.
I
You rolled out at me.
I
shorts.
did.
We need to do it again in much more detail.
What are you talking about? That's exactly what it looks like.
Yeah.
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 You guys, did you do anything to help Eisen with his hands?
Who is Eisen?
He's the kid who disintegrates everything he touches, including
gloves,
his own
yeah.
hands. You got the pair of gloves made for him, and that at least, stops him from melting his own hands constantly.
I think I have 2 god tokens left if we need to use
There are 2 god tokens. There is another rotation of Luna
Ah.
that has happened over the course of these 2 months.
True.
And Derek has a list. There's a list, of course, as the guy
The
Yeah.
good deed list.
to make sure, to have a list of this kid's born without an arm. This kid had a horrible farming accident and lost an eye.
He got ran
This
over
kid's
by a
got
tractor, the love of his
leukemia.
life,
Grandma
threw
got run
herself
over
into
by a
pond.
reindeer. You've got, he's got a list of people
It's
now that he
speaking from personal
understands
experience.
of
It's a
who to
movie.
help. And he just kind of
It's-
follows along, and when she has an episode, no matter who
Pretty
she
sure it's
asks, he's like,
very young,
hey,
Miss
complete
Witherspoon.
this, and then please ask for this. It's a magical process, yada, yada. So you can just kind of have him go through the list, but you can have him put a couple people at the top of the list, like
Yeah.
Eisen,
That would be a really good one because
Like maybe even Mo
if
still.
he doesn't have to wear the
Mo doesn't hurt
glove
himself,
all
but
the
he still
time.
has to wear his apparatus
Yeah.
constantly.
If we could find
It's
a way
just
to
part of his aesthetic, though.
It is.
yeah, but if we could
It's
find a
become
way
his
to like
hero costume.
give him a whole face again.
Could you
and it
imagine the
not melt
pimples he's
away,
got
that'd
going
be
on under
cool.
there, dude?
You could give him his arm back.
Oh, what if we somehow? Because if we could wish basically or ask that he is no longer like that he becomes immune to his own.
Well, we already
So
did
he
that.
already is immune. You talked to
But
the gods.
nobody else around him is.
But
Yeah.
nobody else is, and he can't turn it off.
Yeah, but like he can't. It's still affecting him in the sense that like he can't totally like we
Yeah, that
can't
he can't turn it
regrow
off.
all of his face, right?
His tongue has taken some permanent damage. That is just because of how medical science is right now. You could technically regrow his tongue, regrow his arm that he lost to Gladdock and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But God, regeneration magic is expensive.
But that's what-
Expensive.
if
And
we asked
Derek
Illuma
does
for
not
that.
is not like high enough level to realistically, but you could
Yeah,
ask
that's
Illuma for
something
that
we
stuff.
could do.
So do you put like Eisen at the top of the list since he's the one that you haven't helped at all yet? Do we make any decision about Vlad, the kid that you've left unconscious?
No, he's staying there for now. Time being.
That's right. DJ
Why do we
Boy
just
gave
have a
Eisen
list?
the hero points.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna make a couple rolls for that.
Why do we just
You're a
have a
baller.
list of miracles? And we're like, oh,
Because we're heroes.
2 average rolls and a nat 20 with a couple of
I
hero
have to say it
points.
at least once.
He is able to
Every
learn
session.
to shut it off.
Okay.
It still hurts him to utilize, so
Love
he
it.
is not at a point where he would be useful to you guys.
Right.
But
he's no longer a
He's
danger
not going
to
to kill
everyone
himself
around him.
or
Yeah.
people around him every second of every day.
yeah, he spends these 2 months doing some serious mental training and coaching with some of the other kids, and spends time. He does indeed succeed in that.
Does
I'm gonna force all you to train with me during my 2 months.
nice. That's how you're getting your HP back.
All right. Yeah, she's more than
I like
happy
that.
to train with you. A lot of the kids focusing on some training,
Uh-huh.
focusing on hitting the gym, going out, getting jobs,
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Adara hangs out with me.
The one kid that copies spells, he can't hold them, right?
He cannot hold them. He
Yeah.
can only copy a spell that he viewed within, in D&D terms, within the round.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, he should probably be working with Grognug or someone else. I don't know.
Yeah.
Any of the construction crews
he's-
would make things go faster.
He
Yeah.
is of the opinion that he is willing to do some fighting, but he just wanted to take a little time
That's fine. Yeah.
and breathe and be outside again.
Well, then I guess
You
are there
know.
any kids who do want training that we need to give some more attention? Otherwise, they can just kind of do their own thing.
Yeah, Casper, of course.
Yeah.
Courtney, Caroline. You're looking Alia.
Yeah.
You're,
Our regular lineup.
You're looking at kind of your regular fighting crew. Maury is super into it. Shiro is super
Wavering.
into like the adventuring lifestyle, but he doesn't quite seem like he's fully ready to like just punch people in the face on the regular kind of thing. He's got that like hypedness about him, but no like militaristic follow through.
Yeah.
Which is fine. Very useful for backup stuff. Bella spends a lot of time working on the ship, but understands that with her anti-magic abilities that she would be very useful to you guys. She continues to train those abilities and to make sure that she is, set and ready and prime. But that's realistically more of a her thing than anything else.
what about that kid that we still have on ice?
Yes,
Yeah, Vlad.
We're leaving him on ice.
The Dracula bat kid.
Yeah, I'm okay leaving him on ice. You don't want to like do anything with him?
Not yet.
No.
We're good for now. We've got enough problems.
Enough children with problems.
Could be kind of
99
fun.
problems, but that bitch ain't one.
Could be kind of fun. Get the Witcher called on him. I don't know. Be kind of dope.
Get the Witcher called on him.
There is one other thing to handle then over the course of these 2 months, since you were spending a lot of time in the woods. You run in to that one kid, Johannes,
Oh,
that was just kind of like, hey, this is all cool, but I'm going to bail.
yeah.
He just kind of went like west towards the coast, and he's kind of got like a lean-to set up. He's been doing some poaching and some like gathering just to kind of, he just kind of seems like he's directionless camping out in the woods.
Do you like? I mean, you can't. This is national forest. force now. All right. So like, you want a job? I'll make you a ranger. And then I
get
don't have to arrest you and
keep all of this.
Yeah.
This becomes my ranger station.
Yes, but then you'll need to like do your patrols and make sure people don't just die, you know, fall on, I don't know, whatever rangers do.
Yeah, fine.
You're really
Fine.
setting them up here, huh?
Yeah. You might have to go back and train with Arbor, Sir Arbor, but otherwise you can kind of do your own thing here.
I will relocate.
What if someone comes to train you here? Would that be better?
It's just not really my thing. I think I'm going to head back towards Ironshire.
Okay.
Kid seems off.
Yeah.
Well, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, he was more than happy to have that kind of like casual arrangement
Yeah.
of
Yeah, I'll be
Yeah.
a ranger.
I'll be a ranger. I'll build a cabin out here, and when people come by, I'll tell them it's national forest and not to play around too hard or whatever. But the minute that it's like he's got to get legit training, and there's gonna suddenly be like pay involved and stuff, no. He just kind of slaps together his rucksack and his couple items, and he just kind of heads north.
Okay. Well.
He asks generally like where the bounds are gonna be.
Yeah.
He's gonna set up his tent.
Right. Yeah. Immediately outside.
Well, he'd want to go probably a little outside, especially since he's trying to rely on the food of the forest 100%, and it's currently winter
Yeah.
on his own thing. So it won't quite be on the edge. He needs to make sure that he has good grounds to survive off of.
Okay.
But
That's his deal. That's fine.
it seems like he's resigned and he's going to head like to Lead Shire or to Ironshire or one of the surrounding cities kind of deal.
I mean, if you change your mind, you can.
Oh, I understand. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good time for me. I have come to terms that I'm back, and I have questions to go ask people.
Oh. Okay. You come to terms with it.
Well, it is quite a big difference. You go from only being awake once every couple of weeks and only to fight and train and eat some crappy meals. Next thing you know, a rabbit's telling you you're free.
Yeah. It's a weird world.
Not even a rabbit, really.
Technically, not even a rabbit, but you know.
I don't need any more of those questions for
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah. That's fine. Okay. I mean, yeah. Just you know where we are.
Oh, yeah. He heads out.
Okay. That's fine.
All right. Fantastic. You guys bring yourselves to 2 months later. Due to your accelerated plans, the national forests are up and running. Good couple ranger towers have been built in the surrounding area. The city hired a bunch of new staff. That's okay. There is some remodeling getting done on some of the buildings, some further urbanization with the overall goal of adding some naturalistic elements to it as well. The Temple of Ares, the training grounds are built and ready, even though the church itself is not quite fully fledged out. The barracks that would be attached are not done yet, but you're able to start some preemptive training. Many of the other temples getting there. They're doing well. Things are going all right. NPCs come, NPCs go.
Do you want a couple of night rolls for training or?
Not if you're just taking hit points.
No. Because again, my hit points is not gonna take the entire 2 months.
Yeah.
I need like 10 days.
The
Yeah.
rest of it was for training troops.
Oh, for training troops? No.
Yeah.
You're taking long form time, I assume. Taking time to do proper training thing.
Yeah.
You guys find yourselves at the end of your agreed upon time skip. I guess there would be one major event that would happen throughout that.
Surprise! Another invasion.
Surprise!
You fools.
Another invasion. It is a rather snowy evening. Right in the beginning of December, just before the end of this time skip, that a lone rider in full plate armor, brilliantly adorned with a beautiful horse, comes riding up from the south.
Is it Nicolas Cage?
And
What?
comes to your front comes to the front gate, talks to the guards, an emissary from the Fighting Third Engineers Division of the Mad King,
From the south.
wishing for a parley with you guys.
Okay.
Yeah. Who meets
Talk
him?
to me about it. Yeah, let's talk
One all.
I feel like we're the French people in Monty Python, you know, just like heckling him from the top of the.
Do you let him in? Yeah. there's-
No, I think that we should see what they got to say.
I mean, we have like the little fort setups outside. Maybe we meet him outside of the city.
You
and
could
then-
you could set a different meeting location. You don't have to take him into the Bailey or whatever.
Sure.
There is, of course, just outside the main gate, Melman Brewery. You could just go right there and
Yeah, perfect.
Say we do it Monty Python style.
rent out the event room kind of thing from him. And
African or European swap?
you guys all meet him?
Yes.
Yeah, the armored knight sits down, pulls his helmet off, kind of shaggy blonde hair. You three might recognize him. You especially.
Are we wanting a?
Like a history check, a wisdom roll, something that applies to remembering things that you did months and months ago.
It's about 21.
21's not bad, yeah.
I'd like to roll a knowledge nature to know if I recognize his
That's a solid 12 on a knowledge
I
and
will
ability.
accept that, actually. 12?
Yeah, I rolled a 5 on the die.
Nice.
31 to see if I smell him.
You remember his horse,
Cool.
because you talked to his horse when you were a horse.
Oh.
This is Sir Quark,
We're a horse?
Yeah, this one.
the head squire
we were,
of Magister
we were gaming
Rook
the system.
of the Fighting
We were
Third
gaming the
Engineers
system.
Division,
Gotcha.
which was currently handling the southernmost border of the Legion Wall along the Bay
I
Woods.
tried to sneak into his tent and he got upset.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, a couple of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He kind of ruffles out his hair and gets cozy once you guys accept the parlay and just kind of looks at you. He's got this beaming smile on. He doesn't seem perturbed or anything like that. And he goes, "Man, I didn't see this one coming. That's it's quite the turn of events. Guys running the town now, rebels, all the crazy stuff. You hit it well. Was it like your plan the whole time?
Yeah.
If you don't mind me asking."
No.
Yeah.
Kind of, no.
I mean, for the most part.
It was after the debacle at the trying to save Gato. And then after that,
I mean, I don't know, I've always kind of been like, F the Mad King, you know. Like that's,
Wait, you guys have this plan?
It's kind of weird. We got like
That's another one.
That's another tally.
intel on you guys as you've been kind of going around doing your adventures and stuff. I never spent a whole lot of time in the South, especially not in like active combat. I would have never pegged you for a huntress.
Oh.
Super interesting.
What does that mean?
that's what she
I
said.
just,
Why?
well, like, you look relatively like a normal person or whatever, but I've been down, God, that really isn't coming out right.
No.
I went down to the South, and I've seen more huntresses, and you totally have the like ethnic ambiguity kind of thing going.
That's fair.
But now that I've seen them, totally fits. Like I couldn't infiltrate the Fey Woods and pass as a hunt is one of your people, right? I'm way too pale. Plus the blonde, it just wouldn't work. Anyway, I was just interested. It's an excellent job in all reality. You got who? I'm sorry, I haven't met you. I'm Sir Quark.
You really tanked it, buddy.
Yeah, no, it's
That's pretty
It
bad
didn't go
coming
super
from Peanut
well.
Butter Boy over here.
right.
Butterfinger, that's what I'm calling him. I forgot.
I'm trying to smooth things over a little bit. I'm trying to have some casual conversation. I do bring bad news.
Yeah,
Oh.
we figured if.
As you know, I work for your enemy. Magister Aruk has been tasked with the removal of your rebellion. I've been sent well ahead of any kind of invasion force. We're not going to invade you over winter. It's a dick move. I get it. But I've been sent to see if you guys would negotiate any kind of terms of surrender, terms of confederacy.
Oh, you guys want to surrender?
Good one. It's a good one. Also, the potential
Yes, that's a no.
of an acceptance of a wartime emissary. You know, just because we're at war doesn't mean we got to be like savages with each other. And I've gotten some reports. I wasn't there, of course, but I've read some things. You guys have found some kind of crazy magical power or powers and unleashed it at least once in some very major cities where there's a lot of civilians. We don't want to hurt your civilians. We would prefer if you didn't hurt our civilians. Having an emissary kind of hanging out. You don't got to let me into, like, you know, any inner circles or anything
Oh,
like
we did
that.
that.
Yeah, we did that.
We did do that.
Twice.
Yeah.
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 You guys don't have to let me into any inner circles. I'm not going to be involved in any meetings. I get, you know, obviously I'm going to report back to your enemies. You want to control things that are coming through to me, but having someone around to kind of be like, hey, that's a war crime, and it's not going to like actually serve your cause at all to do.
That's what we have this one for.
Like a wartime advisor.
She's the one that commits the war crimes.
Which is why she makes the rules on war crimes.
I've only committed a few war crimes.
Who hasn't committed a few war crimes?
Yeah.
I do think
we
that's a
we
great
just
idea.
really want to. It's a war, right? It's bloody. People are gonna die.
But you
It
don't
stinks.
have to be
We don't
dicks
want
about
it, but we don't have to. We don't have to involve civilians.
So what? Do we
Agreed.
send someone from our camp to yours?
If you have someone in mind, that would be fantastic as well. I can guarantee safety. But at very least, I've been tasked with riding between you guys and my Magister's main forces, because that's just who I report to. They're relatively close. I recommended someone from Lead Shire, but apparently they don't really do that. To kind of, you know, keep up with you guys and to make sure that we're not murdering civilians again.
Yeah, that'd be great. First thing,
How bad was it? Just out of curiosity.
You know, you don't know how bad it was?
I mean, I do. I just want to hear your
The-
report.
What are we talking about?
what do you mean? What are you talking about? You know what she's talking about.
I
You
have
know
no
she's
idea.
mentally a 5-year-old. You have to say it.
The first one, the attack on the Vikel Manor, guards happened. The Vikels are a military family.
Oh, I wouldn't have guessed.
That was you. That was not our fault.
The thing that was released was not my fault. If anything, it was the opposite of my fault because I explicitly said, stop touching them, and none of you listened to me.
Hey, maybe we don't discuss this right now.
That thing did get out, and the local police force was not equipped to contain it. It hit quite a few households, people, young couples out on dates.
You guys
You
did get it,
know.
right?
Oh yeah. It was handled eventually. Actually, thanks to the fact that you dropped the second very large one in Goldshire, where it's a much bigger military presence from my understanding and was much more equipped to handle the situation. They were then able to radio through and figure out how to destroy those things.
How did they do it? They shine a flashlight at it?
Well, no,
Flashlight.
but yes, I suppose. I think that's all I'm allowed to say to you guys for that one.
Yeah, that's fair.
We're talking
that is-
hypotheticals anyway.
You guys don't know how to
whether or not we
destroy
know what
those
this creature
things?
is.
Oh, no, of course we do. We just want to know how you did it.
Okay.
There's a couple of
Good.
different ways.
I'm glad that you guys know how to destroy those
There's
things.
a couple of different ways, you know.
Why?
Well, because if one gets let loose on a civilian population and we don't have the resources nearby, perhaps we could work out a deal to get you to stop killing the civilians again.
Yeah.
or if it's like I don't know how you found them. I don't know what they are. I got some general description. If it's like some naturally occurring phenomenon that we haven't seen, you know, having someone to at least parlay with to take it down is very nice to know.
Yeah.
I'm
Indeed.
really glad that you guys have been rather cool with this whole idea. It's not usually the first time that I sit down with people that they accept an emissary, so thank you for that.
Yes, well, killing
natural.
civilians is definitely not what we want.
I am excruciatingly glad to hear that. You guys didn't seem the type, and I kind of stood up for you a little bit when the word was kind of going around. But, you know.
I rolled a sense motive for when, like specifically on his line of like, we're not going to attack during winter. Is he like being truthful on that?
He
So
seems-
that would be a 30 total.
30 total? He seems to have been telling the truth.
Okay.
And you do know, especially with your background as a knight,
Yeah, it's
moving forces through the winter and feeding them
Logistical
and stuff,
nightmare.
it's terrible.
exactly. However, that's also when
And-
you're least expected to get attacked. So like, you know,
It is
kinda
also
gotta-
when you're least expected to get
kinda
attacked.
got balance.
So there's that
Anyways.
kind of back and forth with it.
Get a bunch
Okay,
of rednecks,
um,
throw them in a bunch of boats, send them across the river.
Yep.
We'll take that city.
There's been sightings of you guys, obviously, outside of the city in relatively recent times, like when you were at the Vikel Manor kind of deal. At least some of you were there. I don't really know about all of you. Does at least one of you hang out in town 24/7, or is there somebody else that I need to meet to kind of
I would
establish
assume that
this
Raymond is with us.
You brought Raymond with you? Okay. Of
course I
yeah,
did.
they get acquainted.
Of course.
Raymond knows Sir Quark. Quark has heard of Raymond, but had never met him kind of thing. But yeah, they give a firm handshake kind of thing, talk a little bit about housing and where he can deliver messages and setting up those kind of logistical routes. Was there anything that you guys had for us? Anything that you want me to bring back over there? I've got to report back just about as soon as I can get back on my horse. Really, this has been a fantastic meeting.
I pull out a piece of paper and write out off the mag king and fold it up real quick. Just that.
Magister's eyes only, I assume.
Yeah.
He puts it in a
Sure, why
leather
not?
bag. He does not question it. He is a good courier. He puts it right in the bag, locks it up, and there is an enchantment. There is some kind of mnemonic that he says that activates a lock on the bag to keep it nice and sealed. I've got no more access to it. Only Yaruk can take that spell off, from my understanding. But
Was he the gator? Which one was he?
you
No,
have
we killed the
not
gator.
seen him. You did not kill the gator.
There've been a lot of weird things.
Yeah.
But any hoodles.
Yeah, yes. Who is this magister we're speaking of? Which one?
Uruk, he is the head of the engineers division, the fighting third. Big green fellow. He's not animalistic. He's an old school, one of the first waves of magisters. He was an attempt to make orcs. People orc kind of things.
Oh, big green
But
cucumber
not,
man.
just like through magical, I don't know, the logistics of making those guys. But boy, he's a hell of a boss. I actually really prefer working for him. I've met a couple of the other magisters through my squireships and stuff. Most of them don't talk. Did you know that?
Makes sense.
Yeah, well, like you guys fought the National Guard, the Rhino, incapable of speech, just about completely.
You know who is capable of speech? That Justin Timberwood guy. Hate that guy.
He's a bit of a pretentious dick. Yeah, I never, a lot of the Bardic Brigade I never quite got along with. It actually really hurt my career because they're technically more prestigious than the Fighting Third, but they pay me just fine. It's been a wild time.
How much do they pay you?
Oh, it's a wonderful stipend. I was given a nice piece of land just up north of Ironshire, not quite in the Silvershire demises, but that's fine. I make no less than 120 gold pieces a year.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
It's great.
Yeah.
The only downside, of course, I travel a whole lot. I spend most of my time near the front lines and stuff, there's not really been any time to, meet a wife, settle down, sire, some kids and stuff. But
It's knowledge to me that the Mad King's forces aren't aware of the monstrosities that he makes using the children that are taken for their sport talents. Is that correct?
the monsters are made out of children, you're saying?
Indeed, they are.
Yeah.
The like giant monkeys and stuff. The big elephants?
Yeah.
Have you ever cut one open?
No.
A lot of tiny bones fall out.
And not in like a was digested sort of way.
A lot of
like
hopes
it makes
and
up
dreams
the-
out of there.
This is the counter espionage point. This is where you guys are trying.
Oh no, it's
No.
really not.
No.
I mean, do you want to
No.
go and see it?
We got a couple.
From the last battle, we snagged a couple of the bodies.
I think we even got one of the kids still
Were we
on ice.
weren't able to keep the bodies.
Yeah, we were for the monstrosities.
Really?
We even got.
We got.
one of
I know that we got 2 of them.
Daddy didn't take them?
You
Yes.
negotiated.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's got to be some pretty solid proof, right? You're not just going to show me a skinned ape stuffed with dead kids that had
No.
leukemia or
Nope.
something.
I wouldn't
right?
allow them to
No.
skin
And we
an
can
ape.
also show you various children whose limbs have been taken to make them.
Limb's still gone.
We're working on fixing that, though. See, we rescue children. You guys are the assholes.
Well, not you specifically. You know, we all are our own devices.
Unless
and have to make
you're
our way,
one of the
but-
folks that goes snatching kids, in which case then that does make you the asshole.
Well, obviously that would. Anyway, I have been told to see whatever you guys wish to show me. Go ahead, and he'll go with you to see those things.
We should totally
and
pull a prank and show him my butt.
No. Serious right now.
You go seriously with it?
Yes.
Yeah, he looks disgusted at the corpses that you have. He jots down some notes about things. He talks to Ben and Maury
Oh, I
and
think I
them.
have there's a druid spell that keeps corpses from decomposing.
Yeah,
So
I would have assumed that you
Yeah,
would have had
yeah.
some gentle
So,
repose going on.
yes,
I'm-
that's one.
I'm going to warn you that as this is not common knowledge, I understand that you have to report what you have to report, but
Maybe don't bring this.
be careful because you seem like a relatively nice guy, and they might not take too kindly to you knowing this and or telling other people.
There's
All I'm
always a
saying
nice
is I
guy
can
to
pay
take
him
the fall.
120 gold right now.
I could,
And we'll give you a little piece of land.
That-
and there's plenty of women here.
We're not trying
Hey,
to
you wanna
recruit.
learn how to
Joanne,
do
Will you
dragon
she's a
guys-
nice lady.
Ooh, the
Will you
baker?
guys-
She bakes.
She bakes cakes.
You like
Sorry.
baked goods?
Can we stop?
I
You like
understand that
jazz?
I might have given you guys the idea that I was exclusively in the business for the money.
No.
That's not. I'm not. I can't just. That would be completely against my entire moral structure to simply flip sides because you guys.
What is your
offer
moral
more
structure?
coin.
Well, Anne showed you
So-
that,
Well, and save children instead of turn them into monstrosities and take their lives and stuff. But yeah,
we have a
you
great
know.
orphanage. We're teaching them. To,
Yeah, whatever, you know.
That's what else I needed to do in these 2 months. Learn how to read. Or
Yeah,
get
we
better
missed
at
that.
That's right.
reading.
Yeah,
Well,
you
Get
had
better
a
at
couple
reading.
classes for learning how to
Yeah.
We
read.
missed that.
This dyslexia is hard, man.
Yeah, so just keep that in mind. That they might
Oh, I
not take too kindly to you knowing this.
I am. There's no good way to say that, is there? I'm well educated.
Okay.
Well, this was a massive success. Could have only gone better if you guys just surrendered outright, but that's never happened before.
Oh,
They
one
always
thing.
tell me to ask, and it obviously it's not going to happen.
One thing. I would hope that it's obvious, but I'll say it anyways. This deal goes both ways. We will abstain from killing your civilians.
Oh, of course.
The children that have been rescued that choose not to fight, the people that come to us as refugees away from the Mad King.
Civilians are civilians.
All right.
until they have magical powers, and then you'll swoop them up and use them to make monstrosities. But you know,
There was one other thing that I was told to ask you. I'm not exactly sure why. Have you guys seen a bunch of purple worms around lately?
What do you know about the worms?
I don't know anything except to ask you about them. But you guys know about the worms?
Yeah, we've seen them a couple times. They're
See lots of
assholes.
worms.
We know about the worms. I don't know if we've seen
The worms
recently.
are, like, they're mean to you? What do you mean?
Have you ever seen?
From our experiences, they are not friendly.
Good way I can put this.
They're carnivorous.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Okay.
Like if a carnivore could eat your soul, probably something like that.
So like,
do you have for me a like last reported scene when where?
no.
We can get you that information if
Why do they need
we
to know?
also get some information, because we assume that it's something that
You guys were doing.
you guys
Okay.
were doing.
What kind of terms for an information exchange would you have for that?
You guys tell us what you know. The next time you come back, we'll tell you everything we know.
About these worms
Yep.
Yes.
that I've been told to. Okay.
And 5 jars of peanut butter.
I don't think that should be a very difficult one. Okay.
Good.
It's not going to be as good as your peanut butter.
I ride fast. I don't break my horse's back.
Good.
You'll
Good.
see me maybe in a couple of weeks. Is that cool?
Yeah, if not, you'll see Raymond.
Yeah. Well, of course. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys is the
Collective.
collective style. Don't shoot me from the top of your walls. See you guys in a few. And yeah, he heads out.
Interesting.
I guess we just need to info dump all of the stuff we know about the worms onto Raymond. You have the most experience with them being chased around underground.
Yeah. They're
They
pretty
suck.
gross.
They're hive-mindy.
They came out of that creature.
Yeah. They collectivized and became
I was gonna compare it to
the
like
dude with the arm wings.
like an elemental, but the element is worms.
a worm elemental.
Yeah.
Some of them can fly with wings.
Yeah, you ran into one that flew, one that burrowed.
I don't think they're really.
One dude
I don't
made
know that they're
wings
technically
out of
verbal,
worms.
but like they do communicate. Like they.
Is it
I
like
think maybe
I
they
think it's
speak in the
telepathic,
mind.
right?
Yeah.
There's a
Telepathically.
telepathy with it.
Yes.
So you guys aren't holding any information back with this.
It depends on what they bring us.
Yeah.
Like if they.
Well, right, Raymond will. Yeah, you guys kind of have like tiers
Yeah.
of information.
We'll leave
give.
that up to Raymond.
Like if they straight up, they're like, "Yo, we have no idea what this thing is. It's been like destroying our people, and we were wondering if you guys knew what the heck this was."
Popped out of like their camp.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why it's like, what do you know about it?
What if it's a monstrosity?
Popping
that
up
got
like days.
loose?
That's
Could be.
what I originally assumed,
Yeah, that's my thought at least.
but maybe not because they don't know either.
So, I know we were talking
Could be a
about
new
going to
form of
lead.
plague, pestilence.
It's not necessarily that they don't know. It's
Mackie.
that this squire, Sir Quark, doesn't know.
Exactly.
He was simply told. He was just given this prompt where it says, "Ask them about purple worms and get the information," kind of thing.
Gotcha.
It might just be compartmentalized information, a need-to-know basis kind of thing.
Yeah, most likely.
So, like, this was briefly discussed before, but I'm going to bring it up again now. Wasn't another plan on our agenda to blow a hole in the southern wall so that the huntresses can actually start coming through?
It was, but that got nixed for Lead Shire.
Did
But
that
it's
get
still on
nixed-
the list.
Did that get nixed for Lead Shire, or did that get
They got
nixed
nixed
for
for
like
Lead Shire.
3 other things that we did?
And a couple other things.
We have a lot of things going on. I thought we decided to go to Lead Shire first because if we have them as allies, we have easier access for travel and like
Trade.
preventing, with trade and preventing like siege and
Yeah, because
invasion.
we cut off the legion.
I thought that's
wall.
why we were going to go to Lead Shire first.
Yeah, we cut off the legion wall that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm talking
The
about.
overland travel becomes more difficult
Okay.
for the Mad Kingsman.
Yeah, because I was talking about the southern portion that's like a fair ways away from Lead Shire. But no, we can head to Lead Shire and then just like see what there is to be seen there,
Could we
and
just-
if an invasion is necessary of Lead Shire, which we're hoping to avoid.
Yeah.
Could we
We're
just
hoping
send
to
somebody
avoid.
to do that?
Well, they sound like they're.
Can't
business
just send
people.
somebody to
Exactly.
blow a hole in the wall real
It's
quick?
a city of
No,
You could
it's
put together a
not.
task force. It's riskier without you guys.
Yeah.
You guys are the most powerful people,
No, because we
relatively.
We're heroes.
They gotta just go
All
big
of the
boomstick
children
and then
together.
problems
We do
off.
have the explosives kid is the one that ran away. But we have Panda.
Panda.
yeah we have K.
We
we
have
fine. So to Lead Shire.
Reno with slime that like
Oh
melts
yeah, I
things.
guess before we leave, I would like, I guess if that's on the agenda again, instruct Kay to build bombs to be dropped off flying ship.
Absolutely, both fantastic. Yeah, what size?
Big.
Big?
Like how
Okay,
big can you make?
I'll see what kind of like containers I can get.
Talk to Ben.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
He'll help.
Like,
Fantastic.
make a lot of big ones and make a really, really big one.
Sir?
I'd like to give Kay Volume 4. I did annotations on some recommendations on how he could fix up his grammar a little bit.
He cries in joy. People are reading his book. Somebody else read my books too. She was very nice.
Don't talk to her. She'll hurt you.
What?
She can hurt
Yeah, did
me.
she have like any bad? Did any bad things happen in this little time skip or?
No.
Okay.
She had one episode in time skip that was used.
Yeah, me and her were hanging out for me, her,
Yeah.
and Adara were hanging out for the duration of it, and
So Aizen now not only can turn his power off, but also now it does not hurt him to activate.
Awesome.
So he is in a much better spot. He is still mentally scarred by it, and
Yeah.
it's going to take him a good chunk of time to kind of potentially get over that to start using it again. But he can at least
theoretically speaking,
have
long
a
enough for
normal
us to
life.
go to Lead Shire, deal with that, and then bring him on the mission to destroy the vault.
Yeah, maybe. I'll make some rolls for it eventually.
We just gotta get him to touch it.
We haven't rolled duck.
We haven't rolled dice.
I rolled the die.
I rolled that.
You guys did like your history check. You guys head out to Lead Shire.
Yes.
Okay, so on our way here,
Nat 20.
I think it is wise that we, in some way, shape, or form, disguise ourselves, not walk in there just as us, because, again, we are Mad King, public enemy #1.
I'm
Yeah.
just a rabbit.
And the Lead Shire people theoretically are chill, but there could also be the ones who aren't, as well as other people who are in Lead Shire who are not.
So are we going in as like tourists? Like we don't know anything about these people.
Exactly. So the
trying
plan
to
that
buy
we
a
the plan
property.
that
I
we
don't know.
established last time was we were going to go in there, and
Find your
honestly, what I
exotic
thought
peanut butters.
is we can go in there wearing
During
like
peanut butter country.
our colors as like emissaries from our rising kingdom or whatnot, but not be us. That way we can get the attention of the head honchos and then go and talk with them and see if they are amenable to.
Do we maybe want like a
Cooperate.
disguise thing from like Amelia? Or...
See, I already got my disguise ring, and I'll just pick up a tabard from anywhere. So
Well, for those of us who don't have a disguise
So you're gonna go
ring,
in as a mad king.
no,
They're pretty
It's
easy
a
to hold on. You guys had
standard
2
neutral
months. If
tabard.
you want to bring
Our-
a disguise self, you can have it.
our colors.
Got it.
So like,
we're going in as an emissary
With a baboon.
for us.
yes.
Yeah.
Is Kenosi coming?
No, I mean it has the baboon on it.
Doesn't have the baboon on it. Did we? I don't know. If we,
Kenosi's
Yeah, he's
always in
coming.
our hearts.
Yeah.
Interesting call.
Yeah, I don't know.
And for NPCs, you guys had decided Mark, Alia, you were going to bring Bryson for his ability to help kind of bolster people's positive feelings towards things. And you had talked about Raymond, but now with this Sir Quark thing, you kind of got to leave it behind.
Yeah, we have an emissary now. Somebody's got to keep an eye on him.
He's realistically your only diplomatic NPC. You're bringing Mark and Alia for the muscle of this. So,
We have
Sir Mark.
Sir Mark.
Bryson.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Bryson. Yeah,
Bryson.
I
Oh,
said
gotcha. That's
that's more than fine.
yeah. That's probably.
It's a
Just bring
crew.
Ferris from
That's
Mind Control.
probably enough for
Problem
us
solved.
to like worry about.
It's not quite that mind control.
For my disguise,
You can't change
I
people's
simply put on
opinions,
a
but you can make them
dress.
do things.
Whoa!
You know.
Oh,
She's a different person.
completely
do
different.
something with your face.
She could probably just like wear her hair differently.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like in an elaborate like bun instead of the shitty braid that I always
Yeah.
do.
Kenosi knows how to braid. He'll
It
help you.
is a couple-day journey to Lead Shire, and I need you guys to roll d12s on your way there.
12.
Fantastic.
Yes.
It is a 1 for me.
A 1,
8.
8,
9.
9,
7.
and 7. Perfect.
6 or 7.
So
7, 8, 9.
As you guys just about hitting the edge of civilization once more, those bottom areas of Lead Shire where the camp was that the National Guard had set up, you guys had the raid on and everything. Just about as civilization is starting, you come across a traveler on the road, and he is very casually walking your guys' way. He has these green leather pauldrons on. In the middle of winter, he still does not wear a shirt. And these
Why would you
very
do that, Ian?
baggy pants. Yeah, you don't have to do that either. He has...
I don't wear a shirt either. I don't know what's the big deal.
You have a little vest. You have a little adorable vest.
He has tattoos of thorny vines all across his body, culminating in this like rose on his forehead.
I can guess what he does.
As you guys go to pass, he hails you. Travelers, you come from the south?
Yes, we do. As I am a we do. I'm a very old halfling.
Okay.
My name is
All
Vinny.
right. Vinny,
Yeah.
cool. I'm glad that you've got a full cover made. How long have you spent down south, if you don't mind me asking?
First, I gotta ask you, what's your business with us?
With you, nothing, I would assume. I am tracking down an enemy of the Druidic Association, a eco-terrorist, if you will.
Who would that be?
Goes by Nvidia or a Nitra at times.
It's a good card. That's a good
Used to
graphics
be
card, man.
a gnome, but according to our intel, has recently been polymorphed into a small animal and has been acting with some other non-certified druids down south.
Huh. Unfortunately, we don't know anything about that, sir, so if you would please allow us to continue our journey.
Of course. Sorry to have bothered you. You
say
did
his
not
name?
disguise yourself.
No.
Or Kenosi.
What did I just say?
He eyes you guys up and down as you go. You're just like riding on Kenosi's back with the party.
That's how I generally travel, yes. Unless anyone would have wanted...
While he's talking to him, maybe
I'm
you
not gonna
would notice.
wild shape while this druid is standing right there looking for me.
Would you devise a plan? Maybe roll a
Something?
Maybe roll a perception check on the guy, see if he's got a weak spot. I don't know.
Dive into the bushes and hide.
Dive into the
Jump into
bushes,
somebody's bag, something?
fart a smoke screen. I don't care. Do something. This is the bounty hunter looking for you.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, when we travel, I'm either going to be traveling like on Kenosi's back, or sometimes I'm large enough that he can be traveling on my back, which neither are good because I'm weird creatures when I do that.
Sometimes you ride on my shoulder.
This is true. I'm often carried.
This is on you. You need.
So what do you do?
You need to make a decision.
Are you just big chilling in Adzelli's arms or on Kenosi's back? Or?
I just
If
have,
you're with me,
Uh-huh.
you're like in the hood of my cloak. That's where I would have placed you. Because then I don't have to worry about you falling off if I have to run.
That's fine with me.
Okay.
Just nestle down.
Do you want to roll a stealth?
Yeah.
Check.
Yeah.
Does
Sure do.
Kenosi know to hide from these people in
No.
order to make himself
Why
scarce?
would he know how to? Why would he know to hide?
Thank you.
He's wearing a little hat.
That's all I need to know.
What's his job? His hat.
That was almost a natural 20. 19.
19 total?
Mhm.
What's your stealth bonus?
11.
You roll.
I rolled an 8.
Wow.
Oh,
Yep.
okay.
Yeah, that's why it was almost a
Yeah.
20.
Wow.
Yeah, he doesn't seem to notice you, but you guys all notice, like, he is skeptical. He just maybe seems to have that kind of resting scowl. But as you guys go to pass, he goes, hold on a minute, please. That baboon that travels with you,
He's a mascot. We have a bar built for him. The people love him.
Can I?
you have a bar
can I-
built for your pet baboon.
No.
I'm gonna
Taba.
step in here. I am in my disguise, which is Savas completely. But
You're a golden dragon? Like,
No.
Her disguise as your girlfriend.
Yes,
As your
exactly.
wife. Yeah.
My wife. I'm terribly sorry about my grandfather. He gets a little confused. Do you see? We're just
this halfling
escorting
is
the
your
baboon.
human.
It's not ours. We're simply working for him.
Working
Don't tell
for
the man I'm
who?
confused. I know what I'm talking about.
I'm gonna tell Kenosi to start juggling.
Okay.
It's an
Kenosi pulls out
entertainment
and starts
show. you
juggling.
see.
Yeah.
And he goes, "That's
Entertainment purposes.
a rather specific set of skills and species that you have. You
Oh, don't worry. We have like 3 bears. They're just not here right now.
ethically kept, I hope.
Oh yeah, of course.
Where, if
Oh.
you don't mind me asking?
In
It
their-
is part of my business.
In their homes.
We have a
and
national
stuff.
forest.
We have a national forest.
You guys own a bar and a national forest?
Well, I,
Own it. We work for the people that do.
Who does that?
I don't know. Grandpa step in.
look, if you keep heading south, you'll run into our town. They'll be
Into
able to give you.
Bronshire.
Yeah, they'll be able to give you more information
Give him a
there.
free tab.
That's absolutely where I'm headed. What is, you said you run the bar.
We work at the bar.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
Tell him Vinny sent you.
what's the bar's name?
the Babbling Baboon.
That's why he juggles.
Why is the baboon? I don't know why I immediately took to this accent.
It's part of the act. People
I would
laugh.
like to take Kenosi with me.
Unfortunately,
no.
you can't do that. We're on our way to Lead Shire.
He's under contract.
We can't open a bar in Lead Shire if we don't have the mascot to convince them. That's why.
I'm sorry. I'm going to have to be firm on this. Where is Invidia? And if you do not have her in your party currently, disguised or otherwise, taking her known animal companion would most certainly bring her out of the woodwork.
What do you mean this is an animal companion?
That is Kenosi, the juggling baboon of the babbling baboon. Known animal companion of Invidia that fled from Scandinavia with her.
What? That,
I don't think this is
No.
Kenosi.
Do we really gotta do this?
this is
This is a circus act. Do you think
But
Kenosi's the
Osi.
only baboon that knows how to juggle?
Can I turn into a
That's a
giant
little
vulture and try to grab
No,
him?
hold on. That's a little. Hold on. It's a little
You turn into a
discriminatory.
giant vulture. She springs out of your hood.
Oh my God.
He seems completely unsurprised. He just goes,
Yeah.
"There you are."
Yeah.
God damn it,
You,
rabbit.
you actively go
Try
aggressive,
to
just
scoop
right out
him.
the gate.
Yep.
As she does that,
He
I'm
can't
going
threaten
to
Kenosi.
I
I
mean,
wouldn't let it
I
happen.
know where this is going. He's gonna try to.
as
I'm
the
here for it.
I don't have
yes.
my spells prepared. I don't know what I'm fighting with here.
What do you mean you don't have them
Talents.
prepared?
We only had 2 months of preparation.
So
We're
as
supposed to be on a diplomatic mission to Lead Shire, not fighting the
as
association.
the vulture is lunging at the dude, I'm going to remove my ring and let the flash go off.
I'm just gonna write down some that I normally have, like entangle and lightning and snowball.
And snowball.
I don't think I got like a giant bird.
Time to
I got
go
this.
to war.
It's a flightless bird, but we can pretend.
A giant chicken.
A terror bird.
Yeah, I don't know if you caught that, but like as she's lunging at him, I'm gonna
Yeah.
flash him.
Yeah, absolutely. He gets a
You're gonna
fortitude save
show him
against
your
that.
titties.
No, I'm gonna take off my disguise ring that was specifically built for
You
show.
guys are also.
Moon.
I need a fortitude save from everybody besides you.
Gonna moon him.
Well, and Nvidia, because she would be in front of me at this point.
23.
Oh,
It's a flashbang.
Flash. If you're
Just no bang.
flashbang's behind you.
23. You're good.
20?
20. No, you are blinded for a round.
Dang. Unfortunate.
Okay, you don't
Do
need
I
to see to
do I
hit
need
him.
to say it?
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 19 on the die.
Oh, then you're good.
You know,
Mark.
30 something.
I thought you
Is
were
good.
about to say that you nat one a flashbang again, and I was like, oh no.
I have.
Nat 2 on Bryson. He is blind.
I don't know how many times I've failed a fortitude.
Balia's
save, but it
blind.
Why didn't
very
we let the kid talk?
Kenosi is
We
blind.
forgot he
as
was
well.
there.
I forgot he was there.
Yeah.
Christ.
Basically, your whole crew here is blind. Mark's okay.
We're fighting Darth
You're
Maul.
blind.
Hey! We're done.
I remember that guy. Yeah, I remember him. Don't worry.
I painted that mini.
Yeah.
we-
And no, you are not fighting Darth Maul, but as you come out, the last thing you see before this blinding flash of light takes your eyes for a round is the tattoos that cover his body of these thorny vines. Fire appears on
Ah.
them.
That's not what we thought was
Kind of
gonna
like, the fire guy from Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Except he doesn't have, like, the really cringy skull.
Or like the fire dude that we met ages ago during the tournament. I forget what his name was.
Oh God, is this the
Yeah.
fire druid that was chasing Lucian around?
Hey,
He was enormous. He was burning the whole forest down.
you have met the wildfire.
I hope you
Sounds like a pretty bad druid if you ask
recall
me.
that, and
It is a natural
as you're
process.
attacking him, scream out, "Why would you attack Lucian?" Because like, it's rude.
Yeah.
I was thinking about
I
freezing
need
them guys, but I don't know how
initiatives.
well that plan is gonna go. Think about freezing them solid, but I don't think it's gonna work out too well, guys.
Mid.
18.
18 with a blindness.
I rolled a
23.
It's actually a really good roll.
23.
It's
It's a
just
good
mid
roll for
compared
me.
to everybody else.
24.
24.
You a real
NPCs. Count 20 even. And the wildfire, realistically expecting it to come.
Yeah.
Initiative 21. Not quite as high as you can get.
21.
As we jump into this, Ys, you get to act first.
Okay. So I know absolutely nothing about this guy.
Yeah.
He's got fire.
There's no realistic way that you were going to know anything about this guy. Zelly 19 and Nvidia.
See, we know he's a druid.
Yeah.
We know he's got fire.
You can assume.
I
He is-
have ice.
The fire appears on his tattoos. You will see it.
You know, I was planning to freeze him. I don't
Okay.
think that's gonna go super great, guys.
Possibly not.
He'll be out in like
He could be.
2 seconds.
He could also be like
Really weak
weak.
against it.
You just don't know.
We drown him in fire water.
Are you suggesting I throw
Give
my
it.
whiskey on it?
Yes.
Okay.
So
What if we did throw flammable liquid on him when he was...
We're going to get into your first turn after our 5-minute break.
Okay.
It is time for that. We will be back shortly, guys. Let me go and